Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are now at the end, full time for the FIFA Club World Cup opener. Obviously on paper, you know what I'm saying? You look at the score, you're like, bro, 0-0. I'm glad I didn't watch that. That's what most people probably say, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Today, that game, that was actually a pretty good game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was passionate, bro. I felt the animosity, maybe not towards each other like they were like, beefing or anything, but just in the sense of like coming out there to show they really had, something to prove from both ends. Cause I feel like I've never actually sat down and watched an Inter Miami game in MLS, and I've never heard of Alhy in my life. So, with that being said, as you can say, you know what I'm saying, like they both were coming out there to show they got something to prove. Inter Miami, some of them players, a bit questionable, I'll be honest, but I mean that's just the quality they have in the MLS. And then in Alhy, I think it's an Egyptian team, some pretty good players, some pretty impressive things. Now we got some key points to go off of for that first game. And just a disclaimer, I'm probably not gonna do match reactions for every match because some of those are definitely actually about to be boring. But this was just because this is the opener and it was the first game, and just so one of the key points definitely for sure is that, you know what I'm saying, the goalkeepers. I think the goalkeepers were like the man of the match on both teams. I'm not gonna lie to you. First half, Inter Miami goalkeeper had like 2-3 saves. They were pretty important. A couple offside calls were given, but overall, man, great goalkeeping from the Inter Miami goalkeeper. There was a lot of pace as well. I would say that Alhy had a lot of pace injected into the game, especially on the counterattack. I think they were sitting deep. They were getting a couple lucky bounces here and there in the midfield to play for them. It was a bit jammy in the midfield in the first half, and a lot of the pace was being, injected into the game and through their attacks. They had a lot of offsides, maybe, questionable calls here and there, but I think the refs got it right for the most part. So for them, pretty decent start, pretty decent game. I'm sure they'll probably be proud that they were able to go out there and to put on a performance in terms of like plays or moments that happened in the first half. There was that penalty. There was a penalty call. I think it was a penalty for sure. They reviewed it and everything. So yeah, it was definitely a penalty. And honestly, the penalty itself, I don't remember the guy's name who took it, but it was a great penalty. Honestly, I think it was a great penalty, greater save. Like the guy did a good run up, good connection on the ball, good side to choose. It was high, it was hard, but the keeper just read it. The keeper knew where it was going, bro. Great save from the keeper. The rebound did fall kindly for the striker, whoever the one was that took it, but he couldn't get like his hip opened and over the ball to hit it again. So unfortunately, rebound didn't go anywhere. But yeah, man, that was pretty much the first half highlights for that. You know what I'm saying? Decent first half, a lot of passion. Half, man, I would say we all knew this was coming, but Messi still got it, bro. I would say in the first half, he wasn't much of a factor. I wouldn't say he wasn't doing nothing. I would just say in terms of impact on how the game was going, whether it was pace, whether it was Inter Miami entrances into the final third, passes in the opponent's box. Not really, but he had a couple free kicks. I felt like, nah, let's just be real. Impact wise, he wasn't doing anything. But second half, it was actually crazy, bro. I think like I'm going off just the top of my head here. I think 3 out of the 4 corners he took were like shots on target, bro. He was dead ass shooting the ball. Like the keeper had to make that save from under the crossbar like 3 or 4 times. So yeah, he was obviously trying to, show out and be able to show that he still had that class. And he did, bro. He was controlling the midfield, playing some great passes, drew a couple of fouls, drew a yellow card, I believe. And he had a great second half. He was out there, man. There's a lot of passion from both teams. Like I said before, both teams, man. I won't say excited to see where they go. I don't know who else is in Group A. I'm trying to think who's like the big. I don't know who the European giant in Group A is, but whenever those teams match up against whoever it is in Group A, will they be able to hold their own? Like for example, tomorrow we got Auckland versus Bayern. I'll be there for that one. I want to see how that's going with the lower teams playing up against the bigger giants in Europe. Because people don't know this is not no preseason tournament. This is not no like simple little game. This is a genuine like major tournament. So like if you won this, you could, you know what I'm saying? You getting that badge on the chest of the what's it called? The jersey for 4 years. 4 years. That's a long ass time. You could literally have your club can fall off and hit like United levels. I had to throw a shot at my own team, but hit those lows and still have that badge on your chest for the next 3 years or however long it takes. But yeah, man, great game. I would say kind of was wishing for a couple of goals. It was a little nervy at the end. I think the Suarez corners were pretty accurate. They almost had a goal. They had like maybe a goal line save or 2 at the end. Goalkeepers are pretty good. There's a lot of passion from that Egyptian team, so I'm going to be definitely looking at them for more. But I hope that these little teams, I want to call them little teams, the lesser clubs lesser players, I guess. I'm not trying to, but hopefully they see that and the passion and the intensity that Alhy has gone on there and done, and kind of try to bring that same energy, bring that same, because that's enough for me to now remember. Okay, every time I think about the Egyptian league or what's an Egyptian team, who's an Egyptian player, I'll be able to think about, oh yeah, Alhy in that 25, 26 summer when they were playing in the Club World Cup. So tomorrow when Auckland go against Bayern, hopefully something like that will be Inter. I think Inter play somebody plays somebody at some point, right? There's going to be a little team places a big team. So hopefully those lesser teams, lesser clubs can see that and inject it into the game. That's about it. Like I said, it was a draw, so not too much to yap about. This is the first of many for me. Hopefully this summer, I'm gonna try and just innovate, just gonna create. Not really think too much about, oh, should I ask my community? Should I do this and that? I'm gonna just do it, bro. Like I said, FIFA gameplay wise, let me not even get started on that, bro. All I know is that I'm at the point where FIFA right now for me at the end of the year feels like when you're in school. I've said this like 5 times already. When you're in school, right, the school year is about to be over, maybe a week left, couple days left. Teachers are still expecting you to show up to class, do work. I don't know, man. It just feels like it's extracurricular. I'm not interested. Shapeshifters, it's just mid. I'm not gonna play as much. I think obviously, of course, FIFA will still be on the channel. That's the main thing I'm trying to grow on, but it's gonna be a lot less. So there'll be more IRL match reactions, anything I could chef up, I'm gonna just do it nowadays. I think that's my issue. I think too much about it and I don't do it. I'm gonna just start doing shit. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Definitely a shorter one, but a game that has more goals, more things to go off of. Maybe I can better my notes. I got my notes here on the screen. Maybe I can make my notes a little bit better. But yeah, man, hope y'all boys enjoyed, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications because I'll be coming at y'all with a lot more. I don't know which matches I can confirm I'll do match reactions on. Most likely the big ones, like PSG, Atletico Madrid tomorrow. Real Madrid's first game with a lot of the new signings I'm interested in watching and shit. So I'll be there for most of those. Definitely, of course, the knockout stages as well. But yeah, make sure you turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of those. And leave a comment down below what you thought about the match, what you thought about this video, if there's a formatting thing I could change. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. It's the first of many, but yeah, I'm out, man. Peace.